Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and I'm going to start off by saying I'm just a little bit aggravated with this other camera. I'm going to show you guys what I'm dealing with here. You guys are just going to have to live with the sound the way it is, because I am not going to put up with that camera. I'm sorry if I don't blame you if you don't want to watch them. That's fine. But I'm not going to be uncomfortable because I can't make nobody happy. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you what I got to deal with here. This camera right here is the camera that I was using on my last video. And yes, it's got good sound. The sound is not an issue. But, you know, this thing is just bulky. And, you know, let me show you what I've got going on here. If I wanted to do my table here, I want to show my table. I'm going to show you what it does. I don't think my screen is working correctly either, because sometimes it makes everything upside down. Now, right there is what we've got. Yeah, everything's upside down. So, it's not working very good for me. I can't get nothing in the shot. I keep missing stuff, and I'm just not going to deal with this camera. You know, if somebody's that unhappy about the sound on my videos, I can't help that. Send me a camera. That'll fix the problem. I don't have the money to go spend $500 or $200 or even $100 for a camera. So, you know, you guys are just going to have to live with this SJ cam. I can't. It's either I'm going to have to do it with the SJ cam, or I'm not going to do them at all. I can't do this. So, you know, with that said, I'm going to continue using this SJ cam. You know, a while ago I was trying to use this thing, and this piece of crap thumb screw here, you can't tighten it tight enough to hold this heavy ass camera. So it was doing this number as I was speaking, you know, like that, and eventually it wasn't getting nothing in the shot. So, you know, I just can't deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. But anyway, back to the video at hand here. I wanted to show some updates on the lathe. I did do the last oiler for the tailstock, and I think they look really good. They work really great, and I think they're the coolest thing that I've done so far. So then, well, you already seen these two been done. And when I did this, it created another problem. Don't ask me why Grizzly done this, but on the 3-jaw chuck and the 4-jaw chuck, the 3-jaw chuck is smaller than the 4-jaw chuck. And what they should have done was made a long chuck key for the 3-jaw and a shorter one for the 4-jaw chuck, but they did it in reverse. So when I did this and put these oilers here, my chuck key was hitting the oiler, because the other chuck key I have has a longer pole in it, or handle in it, and it kept hitting that. So I had to position it over here, and it was still hitting the edge of the lathe. So I ended up having to make a longer one, simply because Grizzly didn't keep in account that the 3-jaw chuck was smaller than the 4-jaw chuck, and they should have reversed them. You know, and the reason they can't be interchanged is because the 4-jaw chuck takes a smaller square than the one here, I made the new one. This is the new chuck key that's higher than the oiler now. So I just turned it on the lathe and used a beefier size, as you can see the difference in the size, and drilled the hole, put a set screw in it, and then I took this over and put it in the dividing head on the milling machine and did the square. So made me a new chuck key, and I thought that was pretty nice too. It's a beefier one, it's heavier, and works pretty good. So now we'll get to the rest of this video. Alright, now we're over here at the bench, and I wanted to kind of go over some viewer appreciation mail, if you want to call it that. I think it was pretty cool of Crafted sent me this stuff. Check his channel out. He's got a lot of good content, and if you haven't subscribed to him, subscribe to him. But anyway, he sent me this tape, or sandpaper, and it's 2 different grits. Actually, there's 3 different grits here. I didn't realize that until just now. 3 different grits of strip sandpaper. He also sent an X-Acto knife, brand new, still in the package, and those come in handy for me because I'm always cutting tape or stuff like that. Then he sent these router bits for a Dremel tool, and those will come in handy for something. And then he sent a belt. I guess he thought I was losing so much weight I needed a belt to hold my britches up. No, I asked him one time if he had any leather laying around, because I know he works with a lot of leather. So I asked him if he had some laying around, and he said he had went to a yard sale or a flea market or something and found this for like 50 cents, I think it was. I can't remember how much he said it was, but I wanted to make a strap for a guitar, and this will make a nice the adjustable part on the strap. Now I just got to find another piece of leather to finish to do the other half. So it can be used for a gun strap or anything like that. Alright, then I went and bought an angle gauge, stainless steel, on eBay, and it was like I think it was like $5 or $6 for it. It might have been cheaper than that, but I've been needing one, and now I've got one. Stainless steel, no name brand. Of course, when you buy off of eBay, they don't believe you should have a name brand. It's Chinese, I'm sure. Alright, well, now I need a drink of coffee. Now I've got the camera not even a foot away from my mouth, so if you can't hear me now, something's wrong. I went to Harbor Freight a while ago and bought this digital caliper. Now what I plan to do with this thing is use it on my lathe for the tailstock. If you remember on my last video when I was making the oilers, my tape kept moving on my drill bit, and the first oiler, the depth was perfect. It was right at 3/4 of an inch. Alright, well then when I went to the second one, it went deeper because the tape was sliding, and I didn't realize that it was sliding. And then when I did the third one, it slid further and made that one deeper. Well, by that time, it was already too deep to put my to machine the bottom to slide down into the oil hole on the lathe. So by the time I would have turned that, I would have been into the hole that I had drilled for the oil to go into. So then the fourth one was just, it was just useless. So now it's basically no good for anything except for to make a bushing or something like that. So it's not going to go to waste. So I decided to get one of these calipers, and I got this. It was $6 and something. Let me get my receipt and I'll tell you exactly how much it was. The caliper was $6.99, and we're going to open this thing and see what we got. We have the owner's manual, and it's a model 6-inch digital caliper, model 47257, and comes with an extra battery, which are always junk, and the caliper. Oh, come on, man. I swear to God. I swear, if Harbor Freight got something right, I swear I'd faint. Look at that. I want to show you that. This is the kind of stuff that Harbor Freight puts out. You see that turn screw that tightens it up? Look at this. That thing is bent. Well, I guess I'm going to have to straighten that, or not worry about it, because it's going on my tailstock, and I'm never going to be needing to tighten that down anyway, so I may just take it completely off. But, let's see here. Let's zero that. Yeah. Well, it's not going back to... Try that again. Yeah, see it? Oh, there it goes. Went back to 0. Yeah, it's losing its 0. Oh well. No big deal. But there you have it. Does millimeters and inches, and I think that's about it. Well, look here. Even the millimeters button doesn't work. Oh, there it is. Oh well. That's what you get for when you buy cheap tools. So, there's that. Probably end up taking that one back and getting another one. That one's got, I can see already it's got a couple issues. So we'll put that back in the box. And we're going to take that back, I think. Alright, then up next is my free flashlight that I had to have a coupon for. Nice and bright. I like these next to my desk. Oh, look at that. I'm going to tell you what. Harbor Freight really never cease to amaze me. Look at that O-ring. That's the O-ring that's supposed to seal that from water. Now that's going to have to go back, and I'm going to tell them about that. I don't have no O-ring that size, so I'm going to have to take it back. If I had an O-ring, I wouldn't worry about it. It's just little stuff like that, man. Nobody takes any time to inspect or to do quality control. You know, that's just pure ignorance right there. I'm glad I got a video of this. They didn't even put the O-ring back in its hole before they put it on there. Oh, what else? Is everything going to be bad? So far it is. So then I got this 10-piece T-handle hex key set. And I wanted one that had the metric and the standard, but you know, little at a time. I got the standard. And our Harbor Freight is under new management now, so they didn't have the wall that had the tools that was like missing something and was marked down to a really cheap price. But this was only $6.99 also, so I just went ahead and bought the whole set anyway. But you got 3/8 down to 3/32. And I've been needing a set of these, and I need the metric ones too, so the metric ones will be next. And I think that's a pretty decent set. We'll see how it works. It's probably cheap, but you know, for $6.99, you know, I'm not going to complain. Alright, that's the next score. Alright, then I went, and this was the reason I went. This is the main item right here that I went for. I've been needing a drill set, and I had bought a drill set from Lowe's, and I've already broken two, and I've only had it maybe 2 months. And I've already broken a couple of them, so I was talking to Crafted, and Crafted said he has both this set and the one that is coated, that's gold. And he said he's never had any issues out of them, except for maybe his helper broke a couple, and that was about it. And because I was asking him what I needed to get for a drill set, and because I'm not accustomed to buying this stuff all the time, so I'm not real sure what to look for, so I was asking his opinion on it. And he seemed to think this is a pretty good deal, so we're going to see if we can prove him right. And I've been needing a full index, and it comes with a card. He said it did, and I think that's good because I definitely need that information. It's got the whole set. See, I'm not sure. Let's see. Number 1 is .2280. So well, I guess the 0 doesn't matter. On here it says .228, and on here on the card it says 2280. So I guess you drop the 0. Alright, and then it goes down to, my God, that's a small bit. Man, I'd be scared to breathe on that thing, small as it is. I don't think I'm going to be doing a whole lot of drilling with those. But I can tell you already, the first thing that's going to happen to this is all these metal trays here are going to come out, and I'm going to mount them on the wall, including this set right here. All these are going to come off, and they're going to go on the wall, just like I did right back there. You can see I mounted the whole carriage, or thing that holds them, in here. Now I have to change the location of this because it's way back in here, and I need it over here closer to the drill anyway, so we're going to make a new place and just keep that one there for spares. And this is going to be our go-to drill bit set. I hope these are going to turn out to be good bits. They are high-speed steel. I've never really had a whole lot of luck with these ones that's got the little lip As you can see, it's got that little lip on both sides. It's been my experience that the ones that have those are not very good bits, but we'll see. This is probably the biggest index I've ever had in my life, so that's a good thing. And then we've got one last thing that I wanted to show. And yes, I was disappointed in this, but we'll show it anyway. So that concludes the score, shop score, and a little bit of the update. And I had one more thing I wanted to show you. I was talking to Grizzly when I bought the mill, and I wanted to advertise for him just because, you know, I got the lathe and the mill, kind of wanted to keep a theme going, and I was kind of proud that I had him, and I'm not so proud anymore, simply because, you know, it used to be when you bought tools, they sent you a sticker. If you bought a part for your car, they sent you a sticker. Summit Racing, you have to ask them, but they'll send them to you. Now, I've seen times here in the past, a couple of years ago, where I'd order something and didn't ask them, and they sent this big card of stickers. And I've got them up somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, they're on my toolbox in my office. But I asked them if they would send me some stickers, and he said he would. And apparently these guys think I have one humongous garage or shop and is a business. Well, neither one is correct. I don't have a big place, and I'm not a business. I do this as a hobby, and that's it. Here's what they sent me. They sent me this huge freaking banner. Now, there is no place in this shop where I can put this banner. No matter where I put it, it's going to be in the way somewhere. I don't have that big a space, even if I had nothing on my walls. I have no wall space this big. I'm not putting it on the outside of my building or shop. It's a camper, and you know, I'm pushing the boundaries by them allowing me to have it here because it is a camper. So, you know, I'm getting away with it because it's not a livable camper. It's a shop, and everybody in here knows that. So, you know, I get away with it. And they're pretty decent to let me have it in here because most trailer parks won't let you have a camper. So, you know, I've got that banner. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Now, I will trade it to somebody for something. If somebody wants that banner and they've got something they want to trade for it, maybe you got Grizzly stickers that I can use. If somebody's got Grizzly stickers, I would be glad to trade you the banner for the stickers. In the meantime, I'm still going to try to find a place to put it. Who knows, maybe I can put it on the wall in the house in my office somewhere. I don't know. But we'll find a place for it if not. Maybe I can put it out in the building I made great again. So that concludes this, and I'm really sorry about the sound, guys, but I'm not going to deal with that camera. And I'm thinking real serious about selling that camera and see if I can't make enough money to at least buy a cheap camera somewhere. I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm going to try one more thing to see if I can get this SJ cam to work correctly but because of where they put the lens, what I was thinking may not be possible. I was thinking about taking it apart, you know, and putting a cone in it to amplify the sound, and you know, just put it around the speaker to where it comes out to the edge of the case. But the lens is right in front of the mic, so if I was to put a cone there, I wouldn't have no place to put my lens, so that ain't going to work either. So until I can get a better camera, I'm just going to have to yell at you. That's all there is to it. So again, if you can't hear me and you don't want to watch me, that's okay. I understand, but yeah, I can only do what I can do. I don't have that kind of money to just throw around. You know, it killed me to have to buy these tools here, and it was 40. Let's see here. I sold 2 windows for $50 and went to Harbor Freight to buy tools to put in the shop to make it work. So that was $48, and now I went kicking and screaming because I just can't afford it. So now I've got $2 left. So I hope this explains things for you, so you can kind of see the situation, and you guys can offer a solution. That's fine, but I like the fact that I can just unclip this, take it in, put it in my pocket, take it in the house, hook it up with a cord. It's done. It's ready to upload. This thing here, it's got its perks, but it's got its cons too. It's easier to upload to Windows Movie Maker, but it's a pain in the ass to work with. It's like it's zoomed in all the time. It doesn't zoom out far enough for me to get everything in, and I have to keep sitting here messing with the settings on it to move it around, and can't never find the right place, and then the screen is showing me something different. It's showing it all upside down, and I don't know what the deal is with it. So anyway, there it is. A little aggravated today, can you tell? Anyway, you guys have a good one. Later.